Hello, this is a website audit report for rizabeauty.com. My name is Philip Amiola. I am Director of Strategy at the Plenipotent Company Limited. I'll be reviewing the rizabeauty.com website to see what was done well and what needs to be improved. We'll be looking at the overall design and functionality, search engine optimization, how suitable is the website for marketing. We'll also take a look at the social proof that the website generates via social media integration, testimonials, reviews, and other features. Okay, so let's start with the design and functionality. The website has a good aesthetic appeal. The website looks good, looks beautiful. And for an e-commerce website, the product images are good, okay, and attractive. The menu items are also well positioned. There are two menu areas, a primary menu and a secondary menu, which are well arranged. And the website is mobile compatible. We checked it out on mobile devices and it looked good on mobile. Then for the content of the website, the content is relevant on a general level, but when we start looking at the specifics, for example, some of the policies are not suited to what Riza Beauty does. It looks like the content was just extracted from a template and was not properly edited to reflect the business of Riza. Okay, let's take a look at the website. So this is the Riza Beauty website. Generally, the design is okay. For this, subscribe to our mailing list and get 10% off now. There should be that link for subscription here. This call to action is fine, but where should people subscribe? Since you are telling them to subscribe to the mailing list, then they should be able to click here. A visitor should be able to click here and subscribe, or it should have a form. There could be a form here where the visitor will enter name and email address to subscribe instead of having to look for the subscription module somewhere else. Then having this code, use code new sub 10, then there is no point subscribing if the code has already been reviewed. The code should be reviewed after subscription. Okay, we mentioned that earlier in the document that was sent, but we're mentioning it again in case you need to share the website audit report with your website designer. Okay, then apart from that, okay, we've talked about the menu items. They are well arranged and good. Now the sliders, that's another issue. Generally, sliders are not advisable for websites because they take a lot of resources, they distract users, and a number of other reasons. But for an e-commerce website, it's a special case. Sliders are actually good for e-commerce websites for the purpose of marketing, okay, and also gaining attention. But what we have here, the sliders are not being used as they should. Now, if you click on this, for example, it's not clickable. Look at the cursor does not change, it's not clickable. So this is not clickable. What these sliders should do is that they should link to categories of products on the website. For example, we have under the catalog here, we have Riza Elements, Riza Skincare, Riza Hair Care. Each of these sliders could link to one of those categories of products, or maybe a particular product that you want to promote, or maybe a new development, an event that you published on your blog. It should link somewhere, not just having it here. As it is now, it's just taking space on the website without really doing much, or without maximizing the purpose that it could. Now for the second slider, okay, there are three sliders. The second one, this is okay. I want to show something. It looks like they're actually four. This is another slider too. It also doesn't link anywhere. So there are two that link somewhere. And that's what I want to point out next. These two actually link somewhere, this and the next one. But when you click on this, let's open it in a new tab so that we can see where it leads to. This is where it leads to, a 404 page not found. Okay, so it's an error page. So that page does not exist on the website. When you check this other one too, it's the same thing. This one, let's not bother to right click since we've already done that for the other one. So let's just click directly. So when you click these two, it also brings up a 404 error. And when you look at what we have in the address, basketball accessories, and here to basketball, that's not good for the website, especially for search engine optimization, and it could also be confusing for website visitors, and it could detract from the credibility of the website. So it shows that the website designer was not very diligent, as it were, or maybe overlooked some things, because these URLs or these web addresses and these pages probably came with the website template. Maybe the website template was built for sports products, and then it was adapted, which there's nothing wrong with that, but everything should be edited appropriately. So this leading to a basketball collection and then basketball accessories, it's not appropriate. So those should be changed. So each of those sliders on the homepage, let's go back to the homepage. Each of those sliders on the homepage should link to a category of products. It should not just be there linking nowhere or linking to a wrong page or a non-existent page. Okay, so that's for the design and functionality. We're going to talk about the reviews and testimonials too, but we're going to get there. For now, I'm just going to mention that it's looking like some of them might not be very credible. They may be credible in reality, but to the visitor, most people these days are skeptical. People are skeptical because they've had all sorts of experiences. So you should, as much as possible, try to convince them, okay, easily without stress. Now, this is talking about scalp. The person is saying, okay, my scalp no longer itches and my hair and skin are healthier than ever. But what we have here is, the person's hands and feet. So it looks like the image was just sourced, and then the testimonial or the review might also have been sourced. That is the perception that a visitor would have, even if it is not true. And we know in marketing that perception is stronger than reality. So even if the review is real, the perception is that it was made up with this kind of picture that does not relate to what the review is saying. Then instead of having the reviews as image, these reviews are an image. It's just one image, put together. It might be more appropriate to have the pictures separately, have the pictures and then have the text. That will also help the search engine optimization. You are making the text available and using the kind of text, keywords that people are likely to be searching for online. So that's for the aesthetics and the design. The fact that we have messenger icon here is an advantage, it's a plus. So those that want to reach out on Facebook Messenger can easily do that. Okay, so let's go back to the other issues. We're done with the design and functionality. Now, talking about the search engine optimization, we did a keyword search and name search. We searched for keywords that people are likely to be typing into Google. Okay, not even likely now. Keywords that people actually type into Google, okay, when searching for products like what Riza Beauty sells. People search for keywords like natural skincare, natural beauty, and all of that. When we search for those keywords, you can try the search yourself too. When we search for those keywords, Riza Beauty did not put up a good performance. But for the name search, searching for Riza Beauty, searching for Riza, okay, it turned out a positive result, especially Riza Beauty came up well. So it shows that if people are trying to see, okay, I heard about Riza Beauty, I want to learn about them, let me even type them into Google and see what is happening. They will find a very good outcome because there were several links showing Riza Beauty, several links from the Riza Beauty website. But for Riza itself, there is another business that is also Riza and that also does very similar business. That also comes up on the first page when we search for Riza. So it is important for Riza Beauty to optimize its website for search engine visibility such that it ranks higher than other businesses having similar products and even some of them having very similar name. And one of the ways to do that is through content marketing, which we put as item 5 here. Okay. But apart from that, the SEO title and meta description should also be taken care of. Now, let's take a look at that so that it will be clearer. Okay, this is a product on Riza Beauty. This is Riza Rest and Relax Mist Relaxing Formula. Now, when we view the page source, you can click on View Page Source. You will see the meta description. Meta description is the description that the search engine will read and pick. Now, this is the meta description for this product. Now, turn the game by tapping into the awe-inspiring. Now, you'll notice that this meta description was simply picked from here. That means no meta description was set. So it was automatically generated from the description here. Now, but the point is the description you have here is for human beings, it's for the visitors, reading the website, and it's great, it's fine because this is well written. But for search engine, you need to write something else for search engine. And usually when people are searching for your products, they're not likely to type this kind of text into their search engine or into Google or whichever search engine they are using. So you should use the kind of text that they are likely to search for in your meta description for every product. And that happens every time you're uploading a product, you put the meta description, you put the title. The title and meta description don't have to be the same thing. In fact, most of the time it will not be the same thing that you have on the front page. Okay, so that is also very important to help the search engine optimization. You can talk to the website designer again to look at that, to set specific meta description and title for each item on the website. Then the permalink structure for most of the products is just by default also. It just comes as what the system sets by default. The permalinks should also be customized in such a way as to include relevant keywords that will make it easier for the website to be picked up by search engines. SSL certificate makes the website load over HTTPS instead of HTTP, and Google has started paying attention to that too when it comes to ranking websites. Websites with an SSL certificate usually will rank better than those that don't have. Those that don't have an SSL certificate are pushed down in the ranking. And this is a plus for Riza Beauty because the website actually has an SSL certificate. We've talked about content marketing. The more you put out products, the more you put out content and useful materials that link back to your website or that talk about your business, the easier it will be for you to get found online. So it is important to put out much content via your blog and other platforms to improve your search engine visibility or your online visibility in general. Now, for the marketing features, the website does not have customized landing pages. There should be specific landing pages for promotional purposes, or at least there should be one landing page for promotional purposes where you can promote a product or get people to subscribe, a whole landing page with inspiring stuff that will motivate them to want to connect with you. You could even offer a discount like you did. Okay, you could offer a discount, but you tell them, okay, when you sign up, you get a coupon code that will give you a discount. You could offer other things too that would be beneficial to them. You could offer a guide, for example, on taking care of their skin, a guide on taking care of their hair. It could be a short PDF checklist, it could be a video training, it could be anything that will be useful for your audience. So when people land on that page, they enter their name, email address, phone number if you like, or WhatsApp number, and after they have submitted, they get the gifts that you are giving to them or the opt-in bribe, as it were. Okay, sometimes that is called an opt-in bribe because you are bribing people in quotes now. You are bribing them. It's an ethical bribe now in quotes, okay, to subscribe or to connect with you. And we've talked about opt-in forms too. That's forms where people can enter their name and email and submit and get connected to you, get on your mailing list. There is only one such form on the site, on the home page, and it is not working. We tried to subscribe, but we did not get any notification. You also did not collect the name. It's only collecting email address. It's good to collect at least first name so that you can personalize the messages. Sometimes you can say, dear Philip, you can mention the person's name, the recipient's name, and sometimes that helps to make people feel more connected and it helps them to sometimes even forget that the messages are actually automated. So it feels very personal. So the opt-in forms should include at least the first name and then the email address, not just email address alone. Calls to action, sometimes you tell people, okay, click to buy now, give people calls to action, just like that call to action on the top of the website telling them to subscribe. It's a call to action. The only issue with that one is that it is not giving them that space to respond to the call to action. So there should be calls to action and then make it easy for people to respond to those calls. The contact information, we checked the contact page and we found that there is no phone number. There should be a phone number on the contact page. It increases credibility. You might also want to include clickable links. You can let people connect with you on WhatsApp because these days many people find WhatsApp convenient. So put your WhatsApp link in an hyperlink format such that once they click on the link, they can directly initiate a chat with you. Okay, so that's important for the contact information. All of this will help your marketing in general. The social proof, people want to feel that, okay, this is a credible business, this is a business I can trust and work with. So for that, social media integration helps, and the website does a bit of social media integration. We have links to the Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram accounts. Okay, we have those follow buttons or the links to those accounts, but it's good to have a social stream also where visitors can see some of the content on your social media platforms. That might not be on every part of the website, but on your blog, the place where you have latest buzz, you could have that somewhere on that page where people can see some of the latest content on Instagram or maybe Facebook or Twitter or all of them or a combination of some of them. Then social sharing, make it easy for people to generate word of mouth advertising for you. From the page where you have latest buzz, even that too has an issue. There's only one piece of content on it, and that piece of content is not linking anywhere. There's no link. It's like announcing a new product release, but you're not telling people how they can get it. It should actually link to the product. People should be able to click on a link and find that product. Then apart from that, at the end of such announcements, you could have sharing buttons under. Somebody might just like what you have written and want to share it on social media. So you make it easy with sharing buttons. Okay, share on Facebook, share on Twitter, share on Instagram. No, sorry, share on WhatsApp, because usually sharing text alone is not very convenient on Instagram. Okay, but the point is you should have social sharing buttons at the end of your posts on the page where you have latest posts, which is like your blog page on the website. Then we talked about reviews and testimonials earlier. So it's important to make them credible. One of the ways you can do that is to embed reviews from social media. Maybe somebody posted something on Facebook from his account, you can embed it, but that's not always very necessary. The most important thing in this case is, okay, use the real pictures of the people, pictures that show their face and show what they are talking about. Then the testimonials should be written in a normal, natural language, not as if a copywriter, an expert copywriter is writing a sales copy. People get turned off by sales messages because they've had a lot, and attention span these days is very short. Everybody's competing for the attention of your visitors. So when they see something that looks like, we've had that before, normal sales talk, it brings down the credibility of the brand. So let people turn in real reviews and let them write it as something that they are sharing, like regular people. Okay, so that makes it more credible, and the pictures with each one should also communicate what is being said. One other thing you can do, especially for some of the reviews where you actually mentioned the name of the person, you could link to that person's social media profile, maybe on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. You could link to it so people can click and see that, okay, this is a real person. This is actually a real review. It is not a review or a testimonial that was manufactured, because people actually manufacture reviews and testimonials to sell their products or to promote their business. And most buyers already know that. So that is the first impression. That's the perception that people get, except you make it easy for them to see otherwise. Let me show an example just to make it clearer. Okay, so we have this review here now. You could find a way to make it such that people can actually check out the reviewers, and on the home page too. On the home page, these reviews, you could link to each person. This is Regina UK. You could link to Regina's Instagram account. You could link to Janelle's Twitter account. You could like that. Even for the sliders too, there is a place in the slider where the name of someone was mentioned. This person, Eric O. Okay, you could link to his social media platform or his website or something that shows that it's real. Let me show an example of that just to make it clearer. Now, this is a training program that we are promoting. Now, when you look at the testimonials, what others are saying, you see their pictures, their images, and then you can actually click. So you can click and go to this person's website. You can click and go to this person's website too. So that's let me click this now, for example. So once you click, automatically it opens the person's website. So you can see that this person is actually a real person. The same for this too. It opens the website. Now, these two, we could link this to the social media profile, okay, but we just left that. By reading the testimonial, you can see that okay, it's real. It's not something that someone just cooked up. So, and that is very important. So in our own case, we linked to the website. You can link to the websites of your reviewers too if they have, but if they don't have, you can link to their social media handles or social media platforms. So that's that for the reviews and testimonials. So we are grateful for the opportunity to work with you on this project, and we hope that you pass the feedback we have provided to your website designer so that it can be worked upon. We are also happy to help out. We can implement the recommendations for you if you so prefer. We'll be in touch with other details. And if you have any question, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can easily send us an email via mail@plenipotent.com.ng. Thank you.